Thank you for reminding me. I am recording now. Okay, so back to what I was saying, guys. Oh, lost my train of thought because I'm in flow state right now. Okay, now let's say you want to make $10,000 a month in Forex. Okay, you have to figure out, because no one on here should be making less than that. If you're going to take trading seriously in 2022, you should not be even thinking less than $10,000 a month. Go to somebody else. Don't even get on my webinar. Don't play with me. Okay, we're not even in this to play small. Okay, go on YouTube, go watch some free stuff if you want to make that type of money. Now, if you want to make more than $10,000 a month, we're serious. Okay, you have to figure out, okay, how can I make $10,000 a month? You have to reverse engineer this. Don't just say, so if that's your goal that you just wrote down, $10,000 a month in Forex in this by December 2022 or June 2022, whatever the date is for you. Okay, we have to figure out, we have to reverse engineer, peel back how we're going to do that. Okay, so let's just say we start out with, let's just say $5,000. Now, not everyone has $5,000. Let's be real, to just drop in the market, but let's just say, okay, and we're going to do 5% per trade. Let's just say we can do 5% every trading day. Okay, so let's say our goal is just to make like 5%. Okay, there's 5 trading days. Well, there's 7 if you do crypto, but let's just say 5 trading days a week. Okay, so let's just say that in 20 trading days, which is a month, what that would look like doing 5%. Okay, now some of you have seen this, some of you haven't, so that's why I'm kind of going over it. Okay, now this $5,000 would effectively turn to $13,000, which means you made approximately $8,000 profit for that month. So did you hit your goal yet? No. Right? But you're getting damn near close. Do you understand? So you need to reverse engineer, how am I going to make $10,000 a month? What type of risk management am I going to use? And it doesn't have to be exactly mine of 5% per you're trying to make 5% a day. Maybe you're trying to make 10% per day. Maybe you're trying to make 3%, 4%, 1% per day, whatever that is for you. But I'm letting you guys know the way that I trade. Okay, I usually risk anywhere from 3 to 5% per trade, sometimes per entry if it's a really, really great trade setup. Okay, so my target is anywhere from like 5 to 10, 5 to 15% a day or a trade session, you know, roughly in that range. That's me being real with you guys. Okay, so once you get really accurate on the charts, you can do that. And you can do that now, even if you're not that accurate. I promise you, if you follow your risk management, it's going to get better. So we know at $5,000, it's not enough. Okay, so then we'd have to be like, okay, this is day 30. You roughly have, or day 20, you have what, $13,000, right? So you're making about $600 a day. Okay, at that point. So you just kind of got to reverse engineer. I'm not going to harp on this because I want to keep going into more stuff, but just know that whatever your goal is, you need to reverse engineer and realize how much money you need to hit your goal. Now, this is starting at 5,000. You can start at 100 and build that up to 5,000, right? Remember, these are all goals. So you can say, okay, let me just make, instead of making $10,000 a month, let me just try to make 1,000 a week, right? Start there, then slowly start scaling up. Okay, so I want you guys to start there. I want you to think about your yearly goal. Now, break that yearly goal. So let's say you have $100,000 in Forex. Break that yearly goal into a monthly goal. Now you have $10,000 a month. Okay, now that $10,000 is what? $2,500 a week. Okay, that's roughly now $500 a day. There's 5 trading days in the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You make $500 each day. That's $2,500, right? $2,500 times 4 is what? 10,000. Okay, you're at your goal. Break it down. Don't blame anybody next year for not hitting your trade goals. Okay, you need to be specific. You need to break the shit down. Be intentional with your trading, intentional with your goals, intentional with your trade plan. Okay, I'm really on one right now. I'm just letting y'all know. Okay, let's go. Let's keep it moving. So we have that. Okay, create a routine before you enter a trade. Do y'all hear me? A routine. It's going to hurt somebody. Do you have a routine, or every time you're trading, you just wake up, put a trade, and then you just like whatever. If it wins, it wins. If it loses, it loses. Do you have a routine? What is a routine? Do you have a routine in life? Let's not even get to that, okay? Because that's going to translate into your trading. But do you have a trade routine? Let me show you what that looks like for me. Well, not yet, okay? This is non-negotiable. Do you understand? Non-negotiable. You need a routine. Let me give you an example. Checking for Forex Factory news. That's always number one. Even sometimes I forget, but I have it written down. Check Forex Factory news. And even when I don't check it on my live sessions, I've checked it before I got on the session to double check. Number two, checking your trading plan to remind yourself if you're on track. This is huge. I promise you this is huge. I promise you this is huge. This is going to hold yourself accountable. Every trading day, hold yourself accountable. No one else is going to do it. No one is going to save you, okay? If you're struggling right now financially, no one's going to save you. If you're fucking up your diet, your workout plan, no one's going to save you. No one is going to do the work for you. No one's going to say, hey, did you check your trade plan today? Hey, are you following it? I can't be there. No one else can be there. Do y'all hear me? I'm speaking to somebody right now. You need to write it down, the trade plan. I'm so serious. You can tell in my voice. Ryan likes to joke, but I'm not on play mode right now. I'm so dead serious. Okay? Literally have your trade plan written out or somewhere, even if it's on your computer, and literally remind you every time you trade. You should see where you are in your trade plan. Am I following it? Am I on track? Yes or no? That's the key. It's real. It's a small ass gem, but I promise you it will change your trading. I promise you. Look at it before you trade. So of course you made your goals, you made your trade plan, but now when you're actually trading, you have it every time before you take a trade. Hold yourself accountable. Okay. Number three, doing a proper TDA before entering a trade. All right. So that's doing a top-down analysis. Okay. Doing a top-down analysis. I'm going to show you guys, right? We're going to get on some charts together right now. I'm going to show you guys a whole bunch of different examples, all right, of how I do a TDA, of how I start my day, what I'm looking at, how I do analysis, all that. We're going to get to that, I promise you. But it starts here. It starts mental. It starts in the mind, okay? You cannot think that just because you're going to get a good strategy or a good technique for trading that's all. And that's really just the beginning, okay? So let's continue. Okay, so let's begin to trade. I will now give an in-depth real example of what a TDA markup for me looks like in real time so you understand. All right, I'm going to start with the weekly time frame. I'm going to work my way down to the 1 hour. Okay, then we're going to pick the time frames that work best for me for the TDA. So for me to do a proper TDA, it's usually on the daily. Okay, if you guys want to write this down, you can. The daily time frame, the 3-day time frame, the 12-hour, and the 4-hour. Those are my time frames to do the TDA. I'll show you guys in a second. Okay. From there, we draw our zone. So this is kind of just the blueprint, if you will, of doing the proper TDA for Ryan. And I'm going to show you guys in a second on the charts. Draw your zones, your levels to indicate where price is most sensitive, right? A lot of you guys know this already. Cool. Number 4, now you're just going to remain patient. Wait for your proper entries. Some of you guys who've been on my live sessions, you understand how patient I can be. Sometimes I'm overly patient. Sometimes I'm like, I'll curse and I'll be like, yo, I should have gotten in. Crap. I should have gotten in and I didn't because I was being overly patient. But that's the type of level of patience you want to be. Okay. When sometimes you're missing a trade because you're overly patient. The opposite is that you're always getting in. You're being an impulsive trader and you're messing up your account because now you're losing way more trades than you need to be. Okay. So let me go to the charts. Let's do that right now together. Okay. Now we're on the charts, y'all. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Okay. All right. Give me a second. All right. So my favorite pair, as y'all already know, is AU. So of course I'm just gonna start with my baby AU. Why do anything else? Okay. She's my baby for a reason. She's been very loyal to me, and we're gonna keep it like that. In 2022, she got a ring. All right. She's mine. I don't care what anybody tells you. She's mine. Okay. So we're gonna start with the weekly on AUD USD. Okay. Start with the weekly time frame on, and this is a completely naked chart. Okay. Some people ask me, Ryan, what are the indicators you use? And Ryan, are you hiding anything from us? Do you have a special custom indicator bot that you use? And no. Am I lying, y'all? Like my students will tell you, this is my chart now. All right. If you want to be fancy, you can add some EMAs or some stuff for extra confluence, I believe. But I've evolved as a trader over the years, and my charts look very, very different. Okay. When I first started as a trader, had a whole bunch of nonsense. Do you understand? Had about 5 EMAs, TDI, CSI, MACD, Bollinger Bands, anything you can name, I did. Okay. My trading is very, very simple these days. It's crazy. The more advanced you get as a trader, the more you simplify your trading. Simplify. Okay. So for those of you who just wondering, I simplify everything. All right. I do have just 2 EMAs, which are the SMMAs, if you guys know, right, that I use. But a lot of times it's naked charts. Okay. So let's begin. Weekly chart on AUD USD. What do you see here? Okay. So I want you guys to look at this, and what do you see? This is the weekly chart. So you have to think weekly. Every single candlestick is a week. This is a week. This candle's a week. Every single candle's a week. So you have to put in your mind, like, okay, a weekly candle takes like what, 5 days, 5 trading days? That's a long time. Okay. So even though this AUD might be, let's just say overall bearish, let's just say like on a higher, but this may take a whole, what, year for it to kind of play out, right? Right now, AUD USD, I believe, is in a correction up on the weekly, on the higher time frame, higher time, like monthly, and maybe it's still kind of bearish, but it is in a crazy nice uptrend right now. Okay. So with that being said, let's look at the week, just the past 4 to 5 weekly candles. That's what you want to do on these higher time frames. Look at the 3-4 weekly candles before your candle now. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, now we're good. It's messing me up. All right, so last week we had a bearish engulfing. Do you guys see that? I'm sorry, I said bearish. What? Bullish engulfing right here. Bullish engulfing candle weekly. This was like 3 weeks ago. Great, awesome. Then we had another one, right? Actually, last week. Okay, so to me, AUD USD is pretty bullish and will come up to this area up here. So if I drew my zones, again, I'm not going to kind of go into how I draw my zones and my raw line method and all that. Like you guys know my new methods is drawing zones, which it makes it way more accurate than just drawing standard order blocks or all that, right? But the point is, you're going to draw your zones, right? And so these zones are where price is most sensitive. I want you to think of the market as like almost like not Tetris, but like a game that goes back and forth. Okay, so you ever play that game where it bounces off the walls, just boom, 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 right? You ever play that game? I forget the name of the game. I wish I knew the name of the game. But anyway, the point is, the market will always, right, gravitate towards these zones. That's why you're drawing the zones. You're not drawing blocks because they look cute. Okay, you're drawing these rectangular boxes because they're signifying where price will slowly gravitate towards. Think of it as a magnetic pull. Okay, don't think of it as just a block. Think of it as a magnetic pull. So think of it like when we hit here, now the market is magnetically pulled to slowly go up. Now, how much farther is it going to go up? We don't know. It might stop right here. It might stop right here. It might stop right here. We don't know how high it's going to go up, but we do know that once it hits this blue zone right here, that it does have to, at least for the most part, right? It doesn't have to, but let's just speak in probabilities, that it's probably going to reject it and at least pull back. Okay, so think of the zones when you're marking them as magnetically pulled areas that the market is going to come back to. Okay, so now we're going to look at it like last week. This is the weekly. We have a bullish engulfing candle on the weekly. That's great. Okay, so now let's go to the 3-day. I told you guys, I said the weekly, right? Now we're going to go to the 3-day. This is a custom time frame. A lot of people don't know this. The 3-day time frame is fucking beautiful. Okay, if you trade crypto, it is also a hack. In crypto, I promise you, go look at Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, whatever. You look at the 3-day, you will get sometimes a lot more clarity than just looking at your daily chart or looking at your weekly chart. The 3-day chart, okay, think about it. And this is what I want you guys to realize. The 3-day chart is actually in between the middle, between the daily and weekly. Think about it. Daily is 1 day, weekly is 7 days. 3 days actually kind of in that middle, right? And so you get a really good gist for what price action is going to do in the next few days if you understand what happens in the 3-day. Does that make sense? So think about it like this. If you're trading Monday and you see something happen on the 3-day, then you know for a fact, holy shit, I can probably sell or buy this for a couple of days. So for instance, when you have this example here, like AUD/USD hits that zone, bearish engulfing, okay, bearish engulfing at this level. This is on the 3-day chart. So you know, okay, for the next couple days, I actually have sells on AUD/USD, not just 1 day, but the next 2, 3, 4 days, I'm going to be looking for bearish setups. Somebody gonna hear me today, okay? All right, literally the 3-day. It's a custom time frame, and you need to be using it. I said what I said, okay? So it's something that has helped me drastically in my analysis, in my TDA, on that side of my analysis, okay? On my higher time frame, knowing the trend, knowing. So a lot of people ask me, Ryan, you know, what's AUD gonna do this week? I'm like, bullish. They're like, but no, bro, it's overbought. You know, it can't go up anymore. I'm like, says who? Says you on your computer typing? Huh? Like what? You got that from the president or something? Huh? Even the president can't dictate. Okay. Well, maybe he can. He could do executive order and manipulate price. But anyway, that's not. That's a whole nother story. Countries can manipulate price like crazy. But my point is that you have to understand the language of price action. And the way that you understand it is by, this is one of the things that I start to peel back as a trader and remove a lot of unnecessary things, a lot of unnecessary indicators, a lot of unnecessary concepts that I didn't need, so that I can streamline, simplify, and become way more successful in trading. Because I'm like, okay, I just need to understand price action. As we all know, price action is king. Okay, so that's that. I don't want to harp on too long, but I'm kind of going in. Okay, so let's go to what did I say? It's 12-hour. Let's go to the 12-hour. Okay, now if you know what these lines are, they're called session breaks, the little breakers. I'm going to remove them for now, just so you guys can. Let me see here. Oops, hold on. Let me remove it really quick so it just looks a little cleaner. Session breaks. Okay, remove. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna remove this. All right. the 12-hour time frame, another custom time frame created by Ryan. All right, because the 12-hour time frame is what? Half of the daily time frame. So if the daily time frame is 24 hours, okay, the 12-hour is going to, and again, this is just kind of understanding the market, how the type of trader you are. The type of trader I am, I usually hold my trades for a couple hours, take my profits, and I'm done. I usually don't swing trade, even though I did post a swing trade last week, AJ for the buy, right? Actually, let me show y'all. I'm not gonna bullshit, okay? AJ for the buy, right? I did put as a swing trade. It should have taken you out probably at break even, or if you're holding on to it, you're up, okay? Now, the problem is a lot of people, am I lying, y'all? No, I'm not, okay? A lot of people, right? They were like, Ryan, it's AUDJPY is not gonna go up. And this is off the cuff, guys. I'm just being real. This I ain't planning to explain this, but right, we bought it somewhere around here. Hold on, this is let me go on the 1 hour. Let me go on a time frame. This is easier to see. This is like the 1 hour. We bought it somewhere around here, right? It went up. We were up 10, 20 pips. Then it pulled back down, kind of to entry, a little bit below entry, maybe a few pips or whatever, and start to hold price. Okay. Now, I just want y'all to know, all right, that AUDJPY is still going up. Okay. But just because it pulled back doesn't mean it's not going up. How do I know that? I'm showing you right now. Let's go to the higher time frame. Okay. I'm not bullshitting. This is how I look at it. All right. Let's look at it together. Let's look at it together. And you tell me if I'm right or not. Okay. Go on the weekly. Okay. Go on the weekly. All right. Look at the weekly chart. First of all, AUDs. Oh snaps. Hold on. Oops. Let's actually I want to look at a different AUDJPY chart real quick. So let me AUDJPY really quick. Hold on. Let's look at a different chart. AUDJPY. Cool. Wow, 300 people on this webinar. It's actually growing. While you would think the webinar would be decreasing people, it's growing. Thank you guys. I'm humbled, honored to just help you guys this year, okay? So what we have here is on the weekly chart, okay? On the weekly chart, on AUDJPY, this is what it looks like, all right? So I want you to just kind of scale out, right? And this is what you got to do. Sometimes you have to like really scale out of, okay, what trend is it in? First, to me, it looks like it's gonna go up, right? This is still very much uptrend, okay? Very much of an uptrend, very much, okay? I'm gonna remove all the drawings and stuff. Very much of an uptrend on the weekly, okay? So the overall trend on AJ is up, like on the higher time frame. So now let's go to the 3-day, okay? And I want you to look at this right here. Look at this bullish engulfing right there on the 3-day. So it basically hit a zone, rejected that zone there, and now we kind of have a bullish engulfing on the 3-day, which is why I'm telling you the 3-day is important. I'm not bullshitting you, okay? Look at it and you will really get a good gauge as what the move is going to do in the next few days. And you as a trader, that's what you want to know. Not what the trade is going to look like just for today, but for the next couple days, for the next 2, 3, 4 days, what it's looking like, right? You may not care what it's like, what it's going to do next week. You don't really care what's going to do next month, but you're going to be trading all week and you want to understand what it's going to look like for the next couple days. The 3-day will help you. Okay, the 3-day is going to help you do that. All right, so we had it rejected this zone for me, this zone right here. Okay, had a really nice bullish engulfing, and as you can see, my next level for AJ, if I'm going to draw for you guys, is up here. Okay, so I have AJ popping up from here to here, and we'll see if that happens literally this week or next week. but it is NFP. So I would probably expect that it does something like this, right? And again, it's going from zone to zone, gravitating the market to where it really wants to go, and just understanding where it wants to go, right? And this is a higher time frame zone here. Look, check this out, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if this is what AJ did. This is on the 3-day. Let's go to the daily now. Okay, hopefully you guys are really understanding. Okay, on the daily here, right? If you guys know about voids and stuff and all that, I'm not going to go into that huge, really, really big, but this was a void that it kind of filled in that area. So we might get some rejection there, but the overall trend is still up, right? So that is why AJ pulled into it, rejected, and then on the smaller time frame, and still going to go up. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, and that's just another, technique, whatever. I'm not going to go too much into that, but I'm just showing you guys, right? Starting with the TDA, starting with the weekly, starting with the 3-day, then going to the daily, and then we're going to the 12-hour, right? And then we're going to move to the 4-hour. Sometimes you're not going to see the clarity in the charts on the 1 hour, 15-minute, 30-minute time frames. You have to go higher to really understand the market behavior. What's it trying to do? What levels is it really ultimately trying to reach? That's what's going to make your trading way more refined. Y'all feel me? Okay, I'm trying not to harp on it too much. Okay, I'm trying not to harp on it too much. Does that make sense, guys? Right? Okay. Woo. Okay. All right. So now let's go to. Ooh, okay. All right. Slideshow. Let's continue. Okay. So we went over the TDA, right? Just understanding the main time frames, right? To get your higher time frame analysis. And that's going to set you up for everything, right? That's going to set you up knowing the trend direction. That's going to set you up knowing what you're going to do, how you're going to trade. That's the setup. That's the foundation. You can't build anything unless the structure, unless the foundation is right. Okay? So I'm going to go into some tips now. Okay? Number 1, do not risk more than 5% per trade. Oh my goodness. Oh my Lord, somebody help me. Sweet baby Jesus. Okay? Somebody help me. All right. I've been a victim of this. I'm sure y'all have been a victim of this. Can I get some yeses in the chat if you've been a victim of this? Right? You start to win a few trades and then you start to risk 10, 20, 30%, damn near your whole damn account, maybe. GBP USD sell up. I'll put 2 lots on my $300 account. Let's see what it do, baby. Right? Like, we've all been there. Let's not sugarcoat this. Okay? But there's a reason why I'm telling you guys to do what you in the order that I'm telling you, with the trade plan, right? With the structure, having your trade plan in front of you. These are all things that's going to hold you accountable. These are all things that's going to keep your discipline up. Discipline is not easy to retain unless it's in front of your face every day. Who's going to hold your discipline in trading? No one but you. You have to make it a priority. I promise you, no one else is going to do it for you. And so for me, my trade style, Ryan's trade style, I usually do 5% per trade / sometimes 5% per entry. And I'll usually break up my entries, maybe 5%, second entry might be 3%, and then the third entry might be another 3%. And usually I'm doing that if I'm already in a winning trade. I'm scaling in my winning trade, not adding to my losing trade. That's for a whole nother session, okay? Now, stop overthinking it. You don't need more than this to be successful. Stop overthinking. Stop thinking you need to risk 20, 30% a trade, okay? Or 20, 30% an entry. You don't need it. For what? What are you rushing for? What? Think about it. I want everyone now to think about, if you did 5% per entry per trade last year, where would you be right now? If you weren't, and listen, y'all, when I'm talking to y'all, I'm also speaking to myself, because damn, if I would have, I would have made so many millions if I would have kind of slowed down at some points in time. Right? So I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from realness. I'm not speaking from a place of, oh, you got to do this, y'all got to do that. I'm speaking to y'all because, I really know what it is like to struggle in trading. You feel me? For years. And as y'all know, I've been trading for 7 years now, right? So I wish I had someone telling me this. I wish I had someone in my corner like, yo, this is what you need to do. Stop playing with your life. Someone slapping me up and getting my discipline right. Someone slapping me up and getting my trade plan right. Someone slapping me up and telling me this is how you need to trade. This is the style that's going to increase your probability of becoming a successful 6, 7, 8-figure trader. I wish. So that's why I come out of a place of love. And I really want you guys to understand that. I really want y'all to be successful, whether you're rocking with me or not. I don't even care. I just want you to be successful. If I can just make a small dent in your life, a small impact on your trading career, I'm happy with that. I don't want to take credit for anything that you do, but I would just like for everyone here to say, Ryan helped me just 1% in my trading, just a little bit. That, just a little. I don't need anything. I don't need you to send me money. I don't need you to shout about me. It comes from a place of like, I just want to serve and help you guys, because you know what? I didn't have that shit. I didn't have anyone looking out for me. I didn't have anyone really helping me. And it's still, and honestly, it's honestly when you don't have a parent, y'all, it's a hurt, okay? When you don't have a mentor and you're wasting so much time. So much time. I wasted years of my life, years, y'all, that I can't get back because I was doing the wrong things trading. So I'm speaking out of a place of love, y'all. I promise you. Okay. So let's get back to what I'm saying. Do not overthink the 5%. You don't need more than that a trade. You don't need more than that. Okay. Think about all the trades you've taken this year. And if you just did 5% per trade, would your account be up? Yes or no? Put in the chat. Would it be up? Okay. Yes or no? Okay. The yeses, right? Yes, 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 it would. Really think about it. If you really stuck to your trade plan, right? Even though you may have lost trades or you had bad weeks or bad months, what it comes down to is you're fucking up your trade plan and your risk management 9 times out of 10. Because I'm speaking to a lot of y'all, because most of you guys on here are intermediate to advanced level traders. I don't have a lot of rookies on here. And I do have some beginners, and I welcome you guys too. But I'm speaking mainly to my intermediate to advanced guys, because a lot of y'all are super great at analysis and trading, but you're not where you need to be. You haven't even made a withdrawal yet. You haven't even cracked your first 5-figure month yet, right? Like, so we got to work on that. Stop overthinking, okay? Number 2, backtest, backtest, backtest. I say it all the time. Oh, practice. Y'all see my face? Practice. Y'all see AI? All right. Who is this? Y'all know who this is. This is Black Mama. This is the GOAT right here. Do you understand? At the pinnacle of his career, and I use this example all the time, at the pinnacle of his career, he was still practicing, still shooting free throws, still shooting 400 or 500 free throws a day. For what, Kobe? You're the GOAT, Kobe. Okay? For what, Kobe? You dropping 30, 40, 50 points a game, bro. You don't even, why do you need to practice so many freaking foul shots every day? You want to know why? Because he's the best. He realizes practice is what sets you up for success. Do you really think you're going to get on these charts without practicing? Oh my God. Do y'all think y'all going to not practice? Listen, this is for me too. You feel me? Listen, I'm talking to myself as well, because you know what? I didn't practice as much as I should. And that's just me being real with y'all. And I've already put in my 10,000 hours. I've already put in 15,000 hours in trading. And yet I still practice. I still backtest. So how in the blue hell are you not backtesting beautiful women and beautiful men? Okay? Or handsome men. Let's not call them beautiful. All right. So how are y'all not backtesting? But I'm still backtesting after 15,000 hours in trading. And I'm telling y'all, I need to actually backtest more. I need to really sharpen my sword to get to that 7-8 figure level that I will get to this year. So if you haven't been backtesting, that's one of your problems. you're not taking this serious enough. I don't know how to tell it to you. I don't know who's gonna, save you or help you out with this, but I'm here to let you know if you're not practicing, if you have a strategy and you haven't practiced it, you haven't been studying it and know to a T, you're playing yourself. Congratulations. As DJ Khaled said, congratulations, you played yourself, okay? All right, so what you need to do moving forward in 2022 is say, okay, I at least want to back test a few times a week. And that can even be 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20. You don't even have to do it every day. But I'm telling you, it's just like a game, about any game. You have to practice. You have to stay sharp. So if you think you're just going to study some strategy and then every day you're just going to trade live and do well, congratulations, you played yourself. It's not going to work like that. You need to not only study the strategy, you need to backtest the strategy so you can feel confident in taking your trades. There's a difference when you're taking the trade in confidence and when you're taking it out of hesitation or impulsiveness or fear. You want to take every trade in confidence. This is how you get confident. Okay? You have to practice. You have to practice. All the best traders I know backtest, and they backtest well. All right, I'm letting y'all know, man. I'm trying not to be super preachy today, but somebody needs to hear that. Okay, so I'm not gonna go into how to backtest properly and all that. I'll go over that tomorrow. How about that? So tomorrow I'll go over how do we backtest properly together. So this is making you a better trader. All right, if you haven't hit your goals as trading, then tomorrow what we'll do, we'll practice together. I'll show you how we can backtest, like I'll show you how I do it and how we can do it together so that you can do that on your own and become a better trader in 2022. I promise that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow, just not today. Okay, number 3, do not trade a pair if it is out of session. Now, this is something that for me, I've done in the past, and I realized that a lot of my trades, when I lose, are pairs that I shouldn't be trading, or they're pairs out of session. Hello, somebody. Okay, this is again more for my intermediate to advanced level guys. So you guys know what I'm saying. If you're still rookie or beginner, it's okay. Like, maybe you don't understand this concept yet, but it's okay. You will get there in 2022. But if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you know, you know. Everyone says that nowadays, so whatever. But for instance, Euro USD. We're not going to trade Euro USD in what session, guys? Put in the chat. What session should you not be trading Euro USD? Okay. What pair or what session should you not trade Euro USD? Let me see the chats. Let me see. Michael, Janice, Jason, Karita, Megan, Mimi. Okay. Amiri, I see y'all. Okay, I see y'all. Claiborne, Rashonda, all y'all. Asian. Y'all are saying Asian. Asian session, correct. Right? Why? Because Euro is a London-based pair. USD is a New York-based pair. The best times to trade Euro USD is in London or New York. So you just have to know this. And how are you going to know this? Backtesting. Okay? Understanding what pair or when it's going to move the best in what session. Like everything comes back to the basics. Everything goes back to the trade plan, to the TDA, to the foundation, to like the basics. Everything is built upon that in trading. Y'all feel me? All right, I'm gonna keep going because your boy can keep talking. Number 4. This is the last thing I'm gonna cover today. Okay, because it is almost 9:30 and I don't want to go too crazy. Trading tips number 4. Write down how many confluences you need before you enter a trade. Not now, before. I personally like to see 4 to 5 confluences. What are confluences, Ryan? They're confirmations, right? So if you have your trade plan and you don't have, okay, how many confluences do I need before I get in this trade? Ryan needs 4 to 5 confluences. That is a good trade setup to me. When I have less than that, sometimes I will take a trade based off 3. Okay, maybe 3, not 2. I don't really like 3 confluences, I'll be like, it's okay, trade, I'll take it. My students will tell you, I've done that. I'm like, hey guys, we're gonna take this trade, but I'm not super confident in it, but it kind of looks like it's gonna do it. So let's just get in with a small risk. And that's because I don't have 4 to 5 confluences. I have maybe like 3, right? So I won't go full blown risk on that type of trade setup. But when I have my average 4 to 5 confluences, so when I have my 4 to 5 confirmations on my trade setup, that is when I will go my full risk, 3, 4, 5% risk, depending on the trade, depending on the account size, depending on the pair. Does that make sense, guys? So you need to write down how many conferences you need. Again, I'm just giving y'all what I do. You can customize it, custom tailor it to what you need. All right. If you trade with 3 confluences and you're winning, you're doing great. Okay, write that down. But the point is, you have to write it down. You need to say to yourself, I need an X amount of confluences before I take this trade. So, that would be, hey, okay, it's going in the uptrend. Okay, I have a candlestick confirmation. Okay, I have the dollar doing something. I have time confluence. Like you need 4 to 5 different things. Okay, so I'll actually go over all of that in depth tomorrow as well. What are the confluences? Okay, so I'm going to stop right here, y'all, because I'm kind of going crazy. All right. As far as like, I'm about to just start going off tangents here because it's flowing right now. But I don't want to hold you guys too long. This wasn't meant to be super long. Tomorrow, I'm really gonna go in. Okay, so if you got value from today, I promise you're gonna get way more value, probably 3 times, 4 times much as value tomorrow. I just have to lay the foundation now for y'all so you can understand what to do so that we can really go in tomorrow together and really dial into like, okay, the action steps to do all these things. So you'll have a plan like, okay, this is what I need to do. This is how I need to do it. So I'm not telling you need 4 or 5 confluences. I'm going to show you what exactly confluences you need. I'm not going to tell you need to backtest. I'm going to show you, okay, this is how we backtest together. This is how I need you to backtest in 2022. Do y'all feel me? Do y'all feel me? Okay. So I'm going to stop right there. I love y'all. I hope this was helpful. What I'm gonna do right now, okay? So don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. I promise I got some special surprises for everyone who stayed on. Okay, so number 1, okay. A lot of you guys have been asking. Hold on, let me try to maximize. Can y'all see? Y'all can see my face? Do I sound good? Y'all can see me and hear me? Okay, cool. So moving, I can see all y'all in your videos. Y'all look crazy. All right. Like I see Linda just chilling in the back. And Anthony, I see y'all. What's up, guys? So, a lot of you guys have been asking, hey, Ron, I've been doing free signals and free stuff for a long time, and a lot of people want mentorship from me, like direct mentorship. And let me tell you, I really don't have the time. I'm being honest with you guys. With everything that I'm doing in 2022, I don't have the time to physically mentor you one-on-one, do 3, 4, 5 sessions with you, every day, every week. Think about how much time that is for me, right? It ain't gonna work. But I figured out how I can help you guys. Okay. So moving into 2022, this is what Ryan's doing. I will still be doing free signals in 2022. Just so y'all know. It's just not going to be as much. Okay. I'm going to try to just do a few good signals a week for y'all to just make you guys money, to just help you guys on that area. I'm going to always keep that open. I'm still going to do that all 2022. Right. But for those who want to level up in the next, like quickly, the next area, they want to yo, Ryan, I'm ready to go, bro. I don't like the free shit all the time. Like, let's just work. I have opened up officially a mentorship, and it will start in roughly 3 weeks from now. Okay. So, okay. Thanks for letting me know. I'm gonna stop the recording.